Hello my fellow pilots, and welcome again to another episode of Star Citizen FM, with another episode coming right at you with Arena Commander tips and tricks. My name is Dr. Hawk, and I run the longest running fan show in the verse, dedicated to bringing you, the pilot, up-to-date information regarding the universe, the community, or any other relevant information that helps turn an inoptimal situation into an optimal situation for you. So join me as we go over some of the tips and tricks that can be further found in Original Systems Arena Commander. Hopefully by now you've taken the opportunity to take your chosen craft and or control scheme and wander out into the wild blue yonder that is Arena Commander. As you've no doubt noticed and have hopefully been practicing, your ship handles rather sluggishly. It's not exactly the ship you expected it to be, or perhaps maybe you're a little disappointed by the expectations you had. Rest assured, there is an easy solution to this, but first we have to get some legal disclaimers out of the way. The following are thoughts and ideas by Lucas Dr. Hawk Kine, and are not reflective of Star Citizen FM and or its subscribers. Star Citizen FM thoroughly encourages each and every pilot to read his or her safety manual that is provided with their ship, and does not condone the use of using the Intelligent Flight Control System, or even the tampering or turning off of said safeties for the Intelligent Flight Control System. Now that we got that pesky matter out of the way, we can move to the more satisfying and fun stuff. Though again, I would like to reiterate that I cannot be responsible for you G-locking in the middle of a 10G maneuver and plowing into an asteroid. So by now you've probably been wondering how to make your ship more maneuverable. There are two features on your ship that are available for modification, so to say. These are G-safe and command level stability, or COMSTAB for short. G-stab and COMSTAB are both used in conjunction to prevent you, the pilot, from blacking out during some of the more intense maneuvers, per se, that you might be doing in the Arena Commander universe. This applies and transfers over into the persistent universe, as well as real-life scenarios that you may encounter later on in your flying career. So how about do we go on turning these off? By default, turning off the IFCS controls or safeties is to be toggled by the caps lock key. By doing so, you will notice one of two things. One, your ship will become remarkably more responsive to your inputs, or two, you're suddenly blacking out a lot more. If either one of these has happened at the same time, you've probably messed up. Now, let's take a step back and walk through a little bit of what this does. Turning off COMSTAB and G-safe will allow you to perform maneuvers with your ship's full capability. This, however, places you at the mercy of gravitational forces themselves. Your ship will no longer slow down to reduce the G-force load that is enacted onto your virtual pilot's body. As well, it will no longer slide or act slippery as discussed before in Arena Commander Tips and Tricks number 1. Take the time to experience what it's like to actually handle your ship without any safety controls. This is a very important step that some pilots neglect. Be sure to use the free roam option of the Arena Commander to actually figure out how your ship handles. That sluggish Hornet that you once thought is suddenly a lot more agile. That Aurora that you thought was a flying coffin suddenly is pulling maneuvers that you didn't exactly think it could do. And Lord forbid that you decide to sit in a 300i, being able to pull a 7G turn around the spire that is Blue Moon. Just try experimenting with some of the maneuvers you can pull. I generally like to pick an asteroid that I can find, and see if I can maintain a high-speed turn around it before my pilot blacks out. Now there's two ways you can prevent a blackout. The obvious one being letting up on the control stick when you suspect a blackout about to be happening, or feel it happen on you in real life. Or decouple your ship. If you can decouple and recouple within a small amount of time frame, you can allow your pilot to recover just a split second of the G-forces enacted upon his body, of course, to just make that turn an extra little bit special. Practice with it. Try maintaining airspeed around a specific, object, an asteroid, a piece of debris, or even some of the towers or terraforming lasers themselves. Practice maintaining the turns, then try to up the speed. Pull them at higher G maneuvers. Toggle and retoggle yourself and the IFCS quickly to see how much and how tightly you can turn while maintaining consciousness of your pilot. Remember that this will carry over into the Persistent Universe multiplayer mode as well as the real life itself. You do not want to be experiencing a blackout when you have two pilots chasing you in an asteroid field. Be sure to learn how to use this ability well. The next topic I want to cover is that of Arena Commander multiplayer finally being rolled out. This is a big topic for some fellow pilots of mine, as we've been trying to figure out how exactly these ships handle it within the universe of Arena Commander. If you've been lucky enough to receive an invitation to Arena Commander, now is the time to pit yourself against human opponents. As of now, seen by some of the recordings below, I myself am still fairly rusty compared to some of my better pilots and citizens here who are fighting against me. This, however, is a perfect time to find out the difference between fighting against the Vandal and fighting against a living, breathing human being. We do not understand the Vandal, and I'm not even sure if they understand us. But one thing's for certain is that fighting another human being is something that's been done in our history for thousands of years. Now's the time to figure out how you handle when it comes to a dogfight. As the multiplayer section just came out, I have little in the way of tips and tricks that I have offered previously. I wanted to go over the topic of disabling your safety so that you could better maneuver your craft. The big problem that I see right now from many pilots is turreting. Fortunately, and both unfortunately, this is a double-edged sword and is not exactly the best tactic or the worst tactic. Many pilots you encounter in Arena Commander, who particularly are using hornets, are generally not doing much. They are sitting stationary, rotating, and trying to move around the majority of the time to find their target, and just shooting. This is both good and bad. On one, it's a very fantastic display of using the Hornet's superior firepower to decimate the battlefield. On the other hand, as you may have noticed in the below footage, it is very easy to take said pilot who is focused on another target or is having difficulty tracking a fast-moving target and shoot him. All you need to do to deal with these kinds of pilots is either come in at a steep angle or deal with him when he is distracted. He can only focus on one target at a time, not 5, not 2, just 1. So if you would like to deal with said turreters, simply either get behind him or approach him at a high angle of attack and take him out from the behind. Now, to said Hornet pilots, I would highly encourage you to get mobile. The Anvil Aerospace Hornet is, while not as agile as the 300i or other ships in the verse, it is a powerhouse. This ship is able to mount some of the heaviest firepower available currently in Arena Commander. With 4 slots, allowing to equip up to a multitude of different weapon systems, you should be decimating the battlefield. As of yet, it's only the developers of Arena Commander I've seen particularly handle the Hornet very well, with exceptions going out to certain citizens that I'd like to try to pull into Arena Commander later. With that being said, I will try to cover more advanced tactics later. The biggest thing I'd want you guys to focus on is learning how to use your ship's safeties and turning those off. Get familiar with that, learning how to use them. Oh, and now that I think about it, another thing. Some of the community within the forums of the Arena Commander section are saying that flares and chaff are useless. As mentioned before, chaff still is, fairly at the moment, useless. But flares are not quite. I have successfully evaded many missiles, and the key to it is, drumroll, turn off your afterburner. 9 out of 10 times, a pilot that I shoot in multiplayer Arena Commander will have his afterburners firing on full blast, and that makes it very easy for an infrared missile to track you. If you would like to successfully evade an infrared missile, Try to orient your ship so that you're 180 degrees facing away from it. You also can face it, by the way, I found out. And try to pull away at a high speed. Do not engage your afterburner. Drop one flare, or 3, depending on how many you want to mash. But the key here is that you are trying to place the flare that deploys roughly in front of the thruster that your ship has. You want to confuse the missile into thinking that your thruster has suddenly become one of those flares. You then can pitch 90 degrees in any direction you want and pull away. 8 out of 10 times I can guarantee you will evade the missile. Until we have more specifics though, and bear in mind that Arena Commander is fairly new, this information is mostly just word of mouth. I'll have more specifics on how the missiles work later on, and while I get more practice with human opponents and find out detailed mechanics as well as tips and tricks, I'll let you guys know what is effective in player versus player combat. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show, and I look forward to seeing you again in future episodes. Be sure to click on the fuzzy little hawk on the lower left hand corner if you're interested in subscribing to the channel, and be sure to leave any comments in the section below of the video or in the forums if you're so inclined. Feedback is appreciated, and I love every comment that you guys give me. I look forward to seeing you guys next time in the next episode of Star Citizen FM. You guys all take care and fly safe. I'll be having fun shooting the rest of you in Arena Commander.